Today we're going to learn about subtraction, and we're going to start with a little bit of review. What is subtraction? Subtraction is when we start with a number and then we take away part of it. So I started with 10 here, but then what I did is I subtracted all 9 of these, and I'm left with just one. Just one. And that's my answer for this simple sentence. 10 minus 9 is 1. Now I've got 11 minus 6. So again, I started with 11 things, and I crossed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm left with these. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So I want to remind you that if you're having difficulty with subtraction, you can find simple objects you have around the house. Maybe you have some gummy bears or Cheerios or rice or Legos or really pencils, markers, anything that you can use. And I encourage you to do that. Please use your fingers as much as possible, because that is always a helpful thing. And you have 10 fingers and 10 toes, and you can use those. So I've got 12 here, and then I'm going to cross out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a second grade activity I'm doing right here. That was second grade F5. So if you want to continue with this and do some second grade work kind of as a warm-up, you can. And you can always ask me for suggestions for something a little bit harder or a little bit easier. But I do want to introduce you what subtraction looks like for third grade work. So now I'm switching to third grade. And last week you did place values, and you did some work in addition. And we will be finishing out all of these. So we started with C1. You can work out and go through C16. But now let's look at subtraction, and we're going to start with 3-digit numbers. So the first step is I'm going to do 4 minus 1. So I can actually draw pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to cross them out. I'm going to cross out 1. Whoops. 1. If I cross out the 1, well, I have 3 left. Okay. Then I've got 9. Whoops. Then I've got 9 things, and I'm going to take all 9 away. So what I could actually do is I could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I could erase them. Now I'm going to erase 9 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. And finally, I've got 5, take away 0. And what this looks like is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to erase 0 things. I just erased 0 things. It's the same number. So I end up with 5. So my final answer is 503. Let's do another problem. I've got 711. The first step is I do 1 minus 1, and I know that's 0. And the next step is I have 1 minus 4, and I cannot do that. Because look, if I have one thing, and I try to take away 4, 1, now there's nothing left. I can't do 1 minus 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow. I'm going to turn that into a 6, and I'm going to make that 11. So now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now I'm going to erase 4 things. So I'm going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4. And what do I have left? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 things left. Another way you could do the same thing is you could actually make dots. So I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this time I could actually erase them. I got to take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I have left? There are still 7 dots left. So if you don't have things that you can count around the house, I encourage you to draw pictures like this. And just be very careful, go slow and carefully, and do the work. If you had 11 fingers, you could do that. It's kind of hard when we only have 10. So I've got 11 minus 4 is 7. And now I've got 6, take away nothing, is still 6. And finally I'm left with my answer. And this is a problem I'm going to actually have you solve. So this will be one that you'll solve. And then I want to show you what happens if you get the wrong answer. So it says the correct answer is 403. And what I didn't do is I didn't do 8 minus 5 equals 3. Then I'm supposed to do 1 minus 1 equals 0, 4 minus 4. Oh, and the difference is 403. So you're supposed to make mistakes on IXL. And if you make a mistake, I want you to read through the correct answer and all of what you can do. And then click Got It, and they'll give you a new problem. And here's another one that I'm going to have you do for practice. And let's see what we got here. So 8 minus 4 is 4. And 70 minus 1 is going to be 69. And then finally, 4 minus 3 is going to be 1. 4 minus 4 is going to be 0. And 3 minus 0 is still going to be 3. And now, 1 take away 2. Well, if I have one thing, I can't take away it twice because there's not enough, so I'm going to have to borrow. And that's another one that I'm going to give you to solve on Seesaw. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to borrow. So that's going to be 6, and that's going to be 1. 11 take away 2 is going to be 9. 6 minus 9 I can't do, so I have to borrow again. So this is going to be 16. 16. And you know what? I'm just going to recopy this problem. 671 minus 92. It's very important to recopy the problem. And 11 minus 2. So 1 minus 2 you can't do, so you're going to make that 6. You're going to make that 1. 11 minus 2 is 9. 6 minus 9 I can't do, so I'll make that 16. And then I'll make that 5. 16 minus 9 is going to be 7. And bring down the 5, and I'll end up with 579. 579. Good luck. I hope you solve all of them. This has been your subtraction lesson.